But then when you move into the fitness industry, unless you are like 6% and absolutely ripped like Mike O'Hearn, right? Well, crap body, right? You have to be at your pinnacle best before even people will start to give you a little bit of a thumbs up. Simon Miller, the Bald A-Hole here. Thank you very much for joining me as always. And I'm pretty sure the last time we talked about Chris Hemsworth, I said we're not going to talk about Chris Hemsworth anymore. Not because I don't really like Chris Hemsworth, I do. But I kind of felt like we dried the well up when it came to that particular avenue. However, he then recently did an interview with Insider.com, or at least that's where I read the article. I'm sure if there is a different source, we will find out when we go through it. And he said some words that I thought were very important, not just for you, not just for me, but the entire Fitness Palace of Love community and everybody in the BLC. Doesn't matter if you're big, doesn't matter if you're little. If you are going to the gym, you are in the BLC, the big little club, because it's just about taking your ass and going to the gym. Anyway, I've now just remembered that I believe this comes from the Thor behind the scenes documentary that is on Disney Plus right now, but I found it on Insider. And it does indeed say that Chris Hemsworth says that getting more jacked for Thor Love and Thunder was particularly hard and exhausting. We then have these bullet points, which are always handy. Chris Hemsworth said that his fitness regime was particularly hard. Can't talk today. The actor said that the target weight for this installment was significantly higher, and maybe I'm getting old, but things just started to hurt a little bit more. So, to take the quote that spawned this article, from the behind the scenes documentary entitled Assembled, he said, each time I played the character and put the muscle on and put the size on and then lost it for something else and played another character, there's muscle memory, and I used to say sort of got easier each and every time. Now, that is true. Let's not pretend otherwise. You do have muscle memory. So if you train for 5 to 6 years and you put on a decent slab of muscle and then you get injured and it's a really bad injury and you're out for a year, when you go back, you will put on the same amount of muscle that you already had in like twice as fast. There's no real mathematic to it. It could be twice as fast, quarter as fast, who the hell knows. But you will get back to where you were quicker because your body basically has exactly that. It has muscle memory. So the same way you can remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or A, B, C, D, E, F, G, so on and so forth, because it just magically stores in your brain. It's the same with your body and how you can hold on to muscle. So essentially, once you've taught your body to hold on to a certain amount of muscle, as long as you go back to that regime, same amount of sleep, same amount of food, same amount of intensity, same amount of gym work, you're more than likely, because there's always an exception to the rule, going to get back there faster, which is actually pretty good. And he continued, this was particularly hard, I think, because the target weight we aimed for was quite a ways above where I'd been before. Australian actor's physique has become larger and more muscular with each appearance. It is very true. We also get a few details about all this because for Thor Love and Thunder, Hemsworth said that he spent 12 months at home because of the pandemic, just training and sort of puppeteering the body and mixing up his workout routine with swimming or martial arts. It was a really fun exploration, but I don't want to get that big again, he said in the Assembled documentary. It was just exhausting. I don't know, maybe I'm getting old, but things just started to hurt more. And the actor previously opened up about his training in USA Today, and we've talked about that because he said he was bored, and that kind of fueled him to get bigger and bigger and bigger, because all he did was eat, train, which is essentially the dream. I thought interestingly too, he also made a quip when he was talking about his wife Elsa Patake, not pronounced that right at all, when he talks about how big he got, and she didn't like it, said it was too much. There are a lot of my male friends who are like, yeah, but a lot of female friends and family are like, yuck. Which is always the case. If you are in the gym right now trying to get as big as possible because you want to attract the opposite sex, what is going to happen is that dudes are going to come up to you and go, bro, your biceps awesome, and women probably aren't going to care. That's a way of life. Once again, there's always going to be alternatives to this, but that's usually the way it goes. Now, here's the thing. Straight away, you'll be commenting going, oh yeah, but Chris Hemsworth's on a lot of so-and-so and happy drugs. I don't know. I've said it before. I don't care. I don't care who does take it. I don't care who doesn't take it. If you just assume everybody is on something, then you're not going to let your expectations get out of whack. Because that's the only problem with it. If you see, we'll go Brad Wallpaper, and Brad Wallpaper is jacked and he's telling you you're doing it completely natural, so then you decide I can be a natural athlete and look like that, and you don't get there, it's going to destroy your confidence and it's going to destroy your momentum. Whereas if you just decide, well, I don't care what Bob Wallpaper said, Brad Wallpaper, I'm going to assume that he does something anyway, then you can't get disappointed, you can't get down, you can't be a sad panda, because again, you are operating within your own space, and that's what you always need to do when it comes to weightlifting, bodybuilding, whatever the hell you want to call it. You're only in competition with yourself, and whatever the best body you can get is, you should be damn proud of yourself because you were able to get there. Doesn't matter you don't like The Rock or Chris Hemsworth or whoever, you know, one of these celebrities that you want to pull out of a hat. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant, and you can focus on yourself. Now, the other reason I think this is so damn important is because This is Chris Hemsworth, millionaire Chris Hemsworth. Now, he's worked hard to get there, and I bet he busted his ass for this. But even then, you have to admit, he's got the money, he's got the trainers. He's going to have somebody on hand saying, Chris, do that, Chris, do this. And it's going to be relatively easy for him compared to you and I. But even with all of those privileges or advantages or whatever word you want to use, Chris Hemsworth is still saying trying to get that big and trying to maintain that mass, no matter what he was doing, was so hard and that it basically sucked. And I'm pretty sure we said in the video before, he did one interview where he said he never wanted to do it again. And think of that. So what I believe you should take away from this, and the reason why I wanted to do this video, a lot of people say nice things when I do these videos, so I thought it was important, is that you have to take all of this stuff with a pinch of salt. You are not going to be smashing it every day. You are not going to be living in La La Land and peaches and cream town every single day. Even if you do get down to 7% body fat and you busted your ass and you put all this effort in, you're gonna feel a bit crap. I mean, you go listen to anybody that, competes in bodybuilding regularly, they will all say they get past a certain point and they feel terrible. I watched an interview the other day, and now I can't even remember who it was with, but they actually said, unless I have a bit of fat over my abs, I feel like crap.
That was too lean for me because I was like having those symptoms of no sex drive.
Oh, unsustainably lean.
Yeah. So that's weird. Even me at like maybe it was 14% was too lean. If I don't have like a bit of fat over my abs, I'm miserable.
Because for them, they probably go below what, 12%, 11%, 10%, and all of a sudden, their hormones are screwed up and their mood goes down, their serotonin levels aren't doing what they need to do. We all have this dream in our head that we're going to get a certain physique, and that's going to be it. We're going to be happy and we're going to be skipping through the fields. And you can look in the mirror, and of course you're going to get some worth from that, and you're going to get some pride because you have put in the time, and then you can see the results on the screen. But it is not going to bring you eternal smiles and popcorn that grows on trees. This is not true, and it's not believable. And there is still this idea out there. It's so bad when it comes to the fitness industry, especially. If you take a step back, and this is kind of what we just touched upon, and you look at the world, you look at the general population, if you've got a little bit of muscle on you, or you have clearly some muscle definition, and you are of a certain low body fat percentage, even I'm talking like 14, 15%, people will look at you and go, man, look at that guy, he works out, he's looking pretty good. But then when you move into the fitness industry, unless you are like 6% and absolutely ripped like Mike O'Hearn, right? Well, crap body, right? You have to be at your pinnacle best before even people will start to give you a little bit of a thumbs up. And that is where your whole expectations and your whole perception is going to be absolutely destroyed, because it's not realistic. It's not. And I think a large reason why people do this is because they do get into this kind of shape. Because of that, they do get a platform because people are using them as inspiration and influencers, which I totally understand. And even though they're actually feeling crap, they don't want to tell you that they're feeling crap, because that's going to destroy their business, because their business is either selling you supplements or selling you a workout plan or selling you something, telling them, hey, if you want to look like me, you need to buy all of this stuff that I do. And then if they then turn around and go, oh, by the way, when you do get here, you're going to feel like a balloon flying through the sky, which is not good. You can debate that, but it's not the case. That's it. The bottom falls out and there's nothing that they can do. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't watch videos like mine or Greg Doucette or More Plates, More Dates or whoever it may be. Like, there's a bunch. I am saying, though, take it with a grain of salt. And you should be doing this. It's going to make you feel better, and it's going to be a healthy endeavor for you, and it's much better to be healthy than not healthy. But once again, Chris Hemsworth, one of the biggest superstars, one of the biggest famous actors on the entire planet, is out here saying, well, that kind of sucked, to be completely honest with you. I don't want to do it again. Then why the hell are you going to be, why are you going to be any different for you? You're not going to be reaching the same levels that he is. That just stands to reason. He also has amazing genetics, but you can still push yourself into your own category of, oh my gosh, I am at the 9th degree, I'm at the 10th, I'm at the end of what I'm able to do with my fitness, and you are going to feel like crap. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't go for it. I'm not saying that you shouldn't try and enter a bodybuilding competition. It could be the best thing you ever do, but you're not going to feel good. You're not going to feel great. And you have to take that into account, especially on those days where maybe you look at yourself and I look a bit chubby, I look a bit fat, don't really like this, don't really like that. If only I was 4% body fat, everything would be better. And it wouldn't. You'd look in the mirror and you go, oh man, sweet. And you try and give yourself a hug and maybe a little bit of a kiss, but then you're going to have a bunch of emotional problems too. So you're essentially going to be in the same place. It's going to be 50-50, mostly because in life, it's always 50-50. So don't just focus on the whole, I got to do this to get jacked, I got to do that to get jacked. Again, bring it into your own workout routine if you think it's going to help you. But also listen and also focus when people are telling you things like this. I can't remember his name now, the actor that was in Baywatch. And everybody went crazy about his jaw. As it turned out, he just broke his jaw. I can't remember his name. He was in that house party thing. It wasn't called house party. It was like a dancing thing. There was about 7,200 of them. Even he came out recently and said to get in shape for Baywatch, which he's Zac Efron. Thank you, Brain. When he got in shape for Baywatch, which he deems to be the best shape he's ever got in, he had to go on a bunch of diuretics. Now, it stands to reason if he was happy to take diuretics under supervision, what else was he taking? But we've already discussed that. But he said, I took so many diuretics, I just hated it. And I hated my life, and I never want to do it again. It's not fun to be in that kind of shape. So once again, there are a bunch of these stories. And I think even The Rock, when he got in shape for Black Adam, which he said, pushed his body to the limits, that he wasn't having the best time. He said it a little bit more flowery and a little bit like dum-de-dum, because The Rock enjoys doing that. But I think there's a really important message here, because so many people totally believe that the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow comes when you get your dream of physique. And I will tell you right here, right now, it is not. People do it with me all the time. I'm not going to do it because I'm not that guy. I got a little bit of a tum on me right now. I'm not ripped or anything like that, but sometimes you see a body, maybe it's the lighting, maybe it's the way that I've edited it, because, I put a filter on it to make it look more appealing for the eyes, and sometimes, that does beneficial things for my physique. You're like, okay, that rocks, but then that could lead you down the wrong path as well. So please know I'm sat here now, I don't know, probably 14-50% body fat, and I'm not lean. I'm lean, what do you call it? I can't get the word now. But I'm lean to a point, but I'm not down in these super, super crazy levels. One day I may try and get there again, but you'll know about it because I would absolutely vlog it. Now, please do leave a comment below and let me know what you think about all of this. What do you think about Chris Hemsworth? What do you think about Thor? How are you getting on with your own physique? Maybe we can start a bit of a conversation. Then like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Click the bell, ding, ding. So you know other videos are going live. Notification crew. There will be a video on the screen. Please do click it because that's what YouTube loves the most. Otherwise, grillermind.com/Simon. Use code Simon to get 10% off all their supplements. And yes, it's a way to help the channel. And these are the supplements that I do indeed use. At Simon316 on Instagram and Twitter if you want to send me anything like this. SimonMiller.bigcartel.com for merch. Patreon.com/Simon316 for all my reaction videos. They're all going up there now. We talked about it before, so we'll leave it. On Cameo, if you would like a shout out for your birthday, bar mitzvah, Christmas, happy autumn, whatever it is, I usually do it. Some get a little bit fruity and we move them to one side. But more importantly, make sure you have a good gym day. Make sure you have a good day in general. Keep smashing it, keep kicking ass. And remember that happiness comes in many different guises, and I hope you're able to find it. Goodbye.